This video is going to finish up the pen barrel. This is part 2 then of the pen barrel. And what we are going to do is we're going to create some of these interior features that you see here at the top. So we're not going to start on a brand new sketch. We're actually going to open up our barrel, and we are going to start part 2 with our barrel on the screen. First thing you're going to do is create, not a sketch actually, I'm sorry, construct an offset plane. And we want to create an offset plane from our XY, and we want it to go this way, so it's going to be negative 1.55 inches. Create a new sketch on that plane. And then we're going to zoom in, and we're going to draw with a line, kind of an L shape, and it's going to kind of look like this. Again, no dimensions quite yet. We'll take care of that. We're going to line this up where we want it using the collinear constraint. Okay, so collinear right here. We're going to line this up with this edge here. So I'm going to click this edge and then that vertical line. And then I want to line up this horizontal line with this edge. So I'm going to click this edge and then that horizontal line. And click OK. We want to make sure these lines actually come up to this circle here. But in order to do that, I have to project some things here. And so I'm going to go to Create, Project. And I'm going to project both circles, this outside circle and this inside circle, as well as this edge here. And click OK. Now, these lines, I want to make sure that they stop at that circle. So I'm going to bring it up to the circle. I'm just going to, actually this one, I can bring into the circle. And there we go. And so then after we get it looking like that, and after we've projected those two circles in the edge, we can click Finish Sketch. All right, now we're going to create another new sketch. This time, it's going to be on this inside face here. So I'm going to click New Sketch, and we're going to go on that inside face there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to project the lines that I just drew and the inside circle. So let's go to Create, Project. And I'm going to pick both those lines. And I also want to project not only just those lines, but also this inside circle right here. And click OK. Go ahead and finish the sketch. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to loft a couple profiles here. So I'm going to create a loft. I'm going to start over here, and I want to pick both that profile and that profile, so we get kind of an arc. And I am going to loft it over here to this smaller arc profile. It's probably going to want to cut. You want to make sure that it's joined, so change the operation to join, and click OK. All right, and if I rotate this around, you can see that we've created this piece right here on the inside. Now, we do want to pattern that around, so I'm going to create a pattern, a circular pattern. Make sure object type says features, and I want to come down here. I want to make sure I select the loft. Axis, we're going to pick the blue Z-axis here, and we want the quantity to be 4. And click OK. And so now you can see we've created that around the other 3 windows. I'm going to zoom in here because we want to create a new sketch on this face right here. And we're going to rotate this so we can see better exactly where we need to sketch. So I'm going to rotate it so I can see this right here. And I'm going to create a rectangle. And I want to start it at that edge right there. Bring it down. Okay. We're going to throw some dimensions on here. The longer edge is going to be 0.5. And then the width here, 0.02. Finish the sketch. We're going to extrude that little profile that we just made. Extrude. Okay. This, let's see, 0.04. And then we're going to add a fillet to this corner right here. Same size, 0.04. And now we do want to replicate this, but we're not going to choose pattern first. We're actually going to use the mirror function. So we're going to come up here to create, mirror, make sure features is selected. And we're going to come down into the timeline and we're going to pick the extrusion and the fillet. For the mirror plane, let me zoom out here. For the mirror plane, I'm going to select the XZ plane, so this bottom plane right here. And you can see it threw it up there, and click OK. Now we're going to use our circular pattern to make a total, there'll be a total of 8. We're going to select both of those that we just made and then pattern them in a circle around the inside. So we're going to create pattern, circular pattern. And so down here in the timeline, I'm going to pick my extrusion, my fillet, and my mirror. For the axis, we're going to pick that Z-axis again, and we want a total quantity of 4, and click OK. All right, so if we zoom in, now we can see all over the inside, we've got these internal features there, and those are what we just created. Last thing we need to do is change the physical material and the appearance. So we'll right click on the barrel, go to physical material, go down to plastic, and we'll just keep scrolling down until we find plastic. There it is. Drag it over, close it out, change the physical appearance. We're going to go down to paint, glossy, and find the white. There it is. Drag it over, close it out. Make sure you save, call this barrel, and make sure you save it in your Carabiner shuttle pen or your shuttle pen location.